Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a lot of things I have to do today. I have to put Scott's stuff up, and I have to not only put Scott's stuff up, I have to do my homework first, and then put Scott's stuff up, and then do everything I need to possibly do to make sure my homework remains ahead of the game. Now, I'm a little mad at myself because usually I'll be ahead of the game and I miss the day. But look at what's been going on with me. So you got people following me and stuff. So what is this? Oh, I can't show that. University of Phoenix. I have to call. Uh, did I write this down? Two more weeks. 2 more weeks and I'll be through. Oh, I hate to go here. First, let's see. Are we in the fifth or the first? What week are we in? No, we're in this week. What learning activities do we have? We got one more week after this. Now, I'm going to keep this right here. I'm going to write down a full list of places I need to call tomorrow. I got like over 40 radio stations to call. I hope that one radio station, I'm banking on it. They called me today. I was so happy. They said, what do you think you're going to do for the community? And who do you think you'll call to get business running and doing good? I said, well, I got a song for you. And I said, here it goes. I said, I think you better call Sarah. Call her. I remember when my if a brother have a girlfriend, what does that make the girlfriend to you? If I'm married, I know that doesn't make me a auntie. That makes me, I don't know this family tree stuff. I don't feel like talking about it. But my brother's girlfriend, which it's meant to say that way, she she used to love watching Tyrone and stuff. That song by her. When that song Erica Badu came on, Think You Better Call Tyrone, every woman was up on it. The white women were wearing dreads. They like, I think you better call Tyrone. We were all united on that one song, even the young whippersnappers. Okay, I'm about to let y'all see it in just a second. I had to pull something up. I got a certificate. Employment. What? Huh? Where is the discussion? We're going to do this discussion. I can't wait to do this discussion. It is on point. That may make my grade go down. Well, somebody wrote. Somebody wrote. Okay, I'm just going to keep writing back to the teacher. The teacher, I love the teacher, man. He be on point. Okay, make my thing and write back to the teacher. He always put two things, and I'm gonna let y'all see it in just a second. And then I'm gonna write down the important things to do throughout the week. Not tell you all, but this guy, I'm following the paper trail. I'm following Don, or what is his name? Bongino. He's Secret Service. He said, join the club. It is hard to reach him. I said, okay. He is sponsored everywhere. And that's how I want to be, hard to reach. Because now I know why he's hard to reach. People be trying to get in people's business all the time. He probably allowed his maids to go out for him shopping. And he just goes catch secret planes different places. Now I see why stars do that. Because people invade people's privacy way too much, man. And they think it's cute. Invaders of privacy, invaders of the United States, invaders of cars, of trash. I cannot call you no longer the police. I broke up with you guys. I decided that I'm going to get people to call the FBI for me and tell them what they've been hearing about the situation. So here's the question. Here we go. It says social media is both an important business tool and a source of potential liability. That's true. I think I want hot heat. Even if it turns off, I'm going to get one that doesn't do this to me. That's way out there, like 4 hours away. Anyone acting on behalf of another is an agency. When it comes to a business, social media presence, an employee can be seen as an agency. Which can lead to legal issues, yes. I may have said those individual names, but everything I do is public record now. And if they say they got me through public record, they're lying. If my stuff is public record, such as my address, and they didn't give me an opportunity to bleep out my address or they bleep out my address, then I know it was a setup. There's no way I want my address is public records. And that's not even, they can't Just shut up, Kim. It's public record. I never gave nobody Susan's address to home. I never gave anybody the full uh Dr. Durkin's address to the VA or what building she's in. I never said what Susie or Susan is doing. All I said was that I don't know if one of these people leaked information. And I have every right to feel that way when people are following me in a mass of 50 to 100 people. And some people don't even believe it. They think it's not true. I can't even take a crap without being followed to the bathroom. I'll just put it like that. It's sad, man. Many companies, especially large organizations, have social media That's Facebook. But small social media presence, business, um, can lead to legal issues. That's true. Managers at every small to big, every level need to know how to communicate with their employees and about the company's social media policy and how to keep the company's public relations in mind. Nice paragraph, dude. Research the company's social media policy and then answer the question below based on your personal experience and research. Research a company. Now you know who I'm a research. I would have researched Mark Zuckerberg, but I researched Tesla's, not Tesla. I know Elon Musk is laughing if he watched my show, if he even watched my show. But Twitter, I hashtag him enough for him to say, who that, who that is over there in that virtual reality place. That's how you talk, right? Answer the question below based on your experience. Okay, we're gonna research Twitter. Good. That's the perfectest place. Let's research Twitter. We're not just researching anything about Twitter, but social media policy. The stuff people don't look at. I should have did Apple's. Oh man. Excuse me. The X rules. Safety, privacy, authenticity, and more. We're going to go to the short version because this is going to be good. 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 Huh? Based on the policy you found, how can employees use the social media positively or negatively affect their company, even if done on their own time and from their own personal accounts? What? Based on the, we got to dissect it. This is a hard one, teach. Based on the policy you found, I'm looking at the policy right now. How can employee use, how can an employee's, plural, use of social media positively or negatively affect their company, Twitter, even if done on their own time and from their own personal accounts? Let's answer that. It's like doubling back. You have to double back. I still got it. Oh heck no, it's getting too cold, too hot. It's too hot. I hope I ain't going through no mental. I shouldn't even say I'm going through something. Then I end up, I say my feet itch, I end up with fungus in a second. Somebody be them put some type of cream on my foot through a shoe accidentally, and then I have fungus. I told you. You said it. How are we going to give her fungus? That's all they try to do. I say I'm coughing. It's not allergies. We can say she has a respiratory infection. Give her drugs. Based on the policy you found, how can your employees, we're going to look something else different. Okay. Ah, fiddlesticks. That's not what I asked for, Twitter. You know what I asked for. Baby, baby. Forget it. It's time to think like a computer because I'm not getting the answers. I know what they're saying. I'm looking at what should be written down, but I'm going to write it in my own words. I don't plagiarize, I just write it in my own brain. Okay, let's do it now. Based on the policies found, how can an employee from Twitter use social media positively or negatively and it affects their company, even if done on their own time and from their own personal accounts? Well, people from Twitter have been promoted, and I just found out that a woman from Twitter went to Meta. That's how does that happen? When you sign a non-disclosure agreement and you have all that power to know what Twitter algorithms are in their technology and then switch, that's a breach of the contract, and also that's seemingly illegal. You have to be able to tell Mark Zuckerberg the technology that Twitter has, which will hurt their system. Even if you are kicked out of the Twitter system, your eyes seen things that Twitter cannot erase to make it as, who was she? CEO of Twitter changes to Meta. Director okay, to make things even worse, the director has a special clearance to things that she can remember, or even thumb drive or hard drive it, where she keeps records. What if she was a double agent? That's wrong, dead wrong. I like both parties, Mark and Elon, but these directors were wrong. These directors are flip flopping, and their jobs are to create a civilized, uh, honest, and friendly competition without cheating. She cheated her way to Meta, and who knows if she even told been an informant to Meta from the beginning. That's the negative parts. Also, the other negative parts is that I have one more negative. It had nothing to do with her. The employees, half of them were having pay, having the crooked. I don't say that all of the FBI are crooked. I don't think they're all on crooked. I have a heart to think that I would be dead now if it wasn't for some of them agents. But we're having the crooked parts of the FBI who want to get into the hard parts of the systems to see what Elon Musk has been doing. Is hard to catch, and therefore now he fires people every once in a while for his protection of his business being jeopardized. Mark Zuckerberg has informants too trying to steal his info, even though he has worked with the good parts of the FBI too. There are evil to every good thing. To be honest, they can run the business themselves. I would not allow in a computer hacking way a system to be in our in the delicate Facebook center on one hacker way. He's like, how you know my address? In Cali or Twitter. I don't know your address, Twitter. I just keep seeing his address. Or Twitter, X. Nowadays, they have technology where they can hack and the traces never be found unless you have a very special expertise in it. That is why I think Facebook and Twitter, even though Telegram told me that when he told Facebook an idea, Facebook copied it the next day. Ah, shame on you, Clark. But hey, do we know if that's correct? Also, lastly, to answer the question, the rest, and to answer the rest of, I'm writing a book, the question positively, you need younger adults to fulfill helping you with things that may be your mind cannot compute yet for the future. But I wouldn't have them in my systems, but they can be in a level 0 system when you're way at level Googleplex. That way you can sense when danger is trying to hack so that you will know if a hacker is trying to break in or put a bug in your system. Totally different way to get into it than the level 0 clearance. 0, which means very easy things to do with that, like suggestions and help someone recover their accounts again, maybe facial recognition, etc. But learning how to program systems and technology, they always end up firing people because it's hard to trust in this industry. People want your secrets. Even when you tell them what your plans are. click, noise. Remember that people say noise. I look so retarded. This whole thing look retarded, but I get what I'm saying. Well, comma. People from not space, comma, well, comma. People from Twitter have been promoted, comma. No, period. Ain't no and. I just found out a woman from director, not woman, just say director. She was a woman, but she's a director. Ex go back, ex director from Twitter went switch straight to Meta. That's how does this happen? When you sign a non-disclosure agreement with a company, you have all that power to know what Twitter does with those algorithms, period. I gotta have a water beast. I am so full, it's pathetic. Okay, we're gonna delete that. Period. Their technology and switching is a breach of the contract, period. No, not space, period, period. That seemingly algorithm that's seemingly illegal. You have you must be able to tell Mark Zuckerberg the technology that Twitter has, which will further hurt Twitter systems. Even if you're kicked out of the Twitter system, your eyes cannot erase what has been seen at Twitter, period. To make things even worse, the director has special clearances to things that she can remember, even thumb drive or hard drive it, where she keeps records. What if she was a double agent? That's wrong, dead wrong, period. I like both parties, Mark and Elon, but these directors are flip flopping and their jobs are to create civilized, honest, friendly competition without cheating. She cheated her way to Meta, and who knows if even been, she's even, no, not, what? She's, comma, even been an informant for Meta. from the beginning. That's the negative parts. Also, the other negative parts is that employees have, like, just say, like, no, half of them, comma, life is like an airplane. Traces, maybe your mind, fulfill, wouldn't, Googleplex. Come on, give me the name. There. What is that? Math? Zero. Systems. Facial. What's noise? How you say noise? Oh well. Systems. Special clearances. Non-disclosure. I'm not gonna say noise. That makes no sense. Only I will understand. He's gonna be like, what, what the heck are you talking about? I'm gonna cite the source. Yes. What legal method could the company use to mitigate exposure? Cameras, um, time stamps. Why can't I spell time stamps right? On the computer systems of what they have been doing every while clocked in. Time stamps of computer systems while they were clocked in. What else? In secret clearance areas. Um, what? Secret clearance areas. Fingerprint and facial recognition. Even a lie detector response system. Mental health evaluation. I know he gonna be like, ain't none of this, but I believe they have these things. Security checks on every floor and lockers, metal detectors. What else? If I was going in a secret service building like that, what would I want to secure my systems? Because it's all about making sure that when you hack in, they're going to know you hacked in. But then whatever you put on there is going to show that it looked like you didn't hack in there, but it's going to look the I guess they call it the firewall. The firewall will look like you hacked in because they have to have a specific randomized firewall that when you hack in, it's an alert that goes off. But then it's going to look like you didn't put nothing into their system, and they're going to know you did it on purpose. Detector of hacking in the detector hacking of the firewall random algorithms alert system. Cite the sources, I'll cite the source. Cite the sources, I'll cite the source. Cite the sources, I'll cite. Fiddlesticks. You gotta cite that source, baby. I'm gonna do it another way too. Let me get that one with Mark Zuckerberg. I got a ton of them I can show them. Life is like an airplane. It's the word. Okay, all jokes aside. Director changes to Meta. Twitter. How many things can we quote? Once I figure out how to use Telegram, y'all need to use Telegram. Seriously. Telegram is the stuff. If y'all know a lot of people, see, I don't know a lot of people, but y'all do. I know zero. It's always zero on my ticker. Let's see how many is on the ticker today. Zero. And they like, I'm on here, man. What are you talking about? Atakaka. No, seriously. I know it's people watching. That's the way the algorithms is. But you know, I got four. Hold on. One, two, three, four. Life is like an airplane. It's the birds. Where you at? Might solve a mystery. How would they solve a mystery or rewrite history? How would they solve a mystery or rewrite history, you guys? How many words? 649. Oh, booey. Hold on. Good. She did it. I have no Bugatti. Okay, I'm gonna. These two I like, but it's just something different. Let me try to do my job though. The city of Edmonton. Social media. Edmonton sounds so familiar. That sounds so familiar. That gotta be, I think it is what I think it is. Anybody else wrote? Aaron didn't write. 17 more is just four. So I'll wait until Thursday. I don't really see nothing I want to respond to right now. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Not doing that. And actually set this crap up. Okay. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. Doctor, woo. Every day that I can see, Doctor, woo. And down in you found Doctor. There's just a stranger up and hide you. And that stranger I do find you. Come to so Doctor, woo. Every day that I can see Doctor, woo. Okay, now finish discussion tomorrow. On everything done, even the knowledge check. Knowledge check. So everything is going to get done tomorrow. And also read homework. So that's for the University of Phoenix for week 5. Next, I hate that. Right up on me. Okay. What's in week 6? Hold up. Hold up, baby. Ain't nothing but cashews and cheese. Like cashews and cheese don't even go together. What's in week 6? In the course array, learning activities. 2 attempts. Fiddlesticks. They hit you with the he. What's my next class? Health academic plan. I believe in God. Did I share my progress? I deserve it. Share on LinkedIn. Sign in. Hello. may say 36. That's not right. Oh, that's what I came on here for. What's going on? Now, 514, 624. I hope I got the same TJ. It's pretty cool. It's cooler than a fan, man. Cooler than a fan. I remember when New Jack City. I'm gonna show you what they did. Hold on. You cooler than a fan, man. Cooler than a crazy, man. That crap is real, man. That crap is real. So let's do this real now. I don't have to write that down. I'll write it down on a small sheet of paper. Oh my God. No way I'm doing that. I'd rather have heat on me. Let me not say that, man. Real Apple Podcast. Do a reel right now in an Apple Podcast. Right now. Made a promise. Then after that, what else, Mikey? There's actually nothing else to do. It's just seven. Booey. It's always something I could be doing. That's real. Oh, I know what I could be doing. Hold up. Wait a minute. I gotta sit straight. I am not 2 years old no more. Just feel so comfortable sitting Indian style. But after a while, blood do not circulate. Oh, I shouldn't say that, man. It's gonna come back to bite me because that's all they need to know is why. Like people literally plot. She said she don't sit right. Did Matthew ever write me back? We will see. We will see. Mac and cheese. Let me see. May 1st, Wednesday. I'm not going to stress out on certain things. We got May. So, a deer, a female deer. What? I did two of his. That's why he was in there. I am so sorry, Scott. Me, a name I call myself. I didn't even do hers. We're about to see. Another day in paradise. I need a honey bear. With they be coming up with all names. We're about to see this. Is that her? Nope, that's not the right woman. We're about to cancel her. cancel, delete that, cancel. Not ta. That is so ghetto to say that. Not a. Got that out the way. Mr. Randy Brown, he got his banner for May 2nd. Let's make sure. May 2nd. I remember 9 a.m. Randy Brown. Who else am I missing before I do this? Stephen Joseph, Friday, May 3rd. Uh-oh. May 3rd, May 3rd, May 3rd. 9 a.m. It should be 2 May 3rd. If not, I know what to do. No big deal. And there's not. Is he on shift right now? If I can't do it about that, I'll come in and talk about my past and present and future without going too deep into politics. So let me go ahead and call the great master. Hmm. Do y'all see what I see? Good. He said may have been falling victim out of coconut. Oh, phooey. It's way past that time. That's my fault. I want to know if there's a manager there right now. If not, it's okay. I won't call until tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm confused. I don't want to bother nobody. He did the right thing on Monday. Okay. I didn't even look at this. Hey, Nathan, I'd rather email him. You have his email. Thanks. I'll just write him because I missed the deadline. I know I seen Stephen Horn. Just make sure. I thought I had somebody subscribed. So let's do this real, sir. So we're gonna go to library. We got Mr. Scott. We're gonna edit and repurpose now. Short to real. about that. You 4 houses of
childcare, group fitness. We had CrossFit. We had open. They carry on. Well, if you were going to go on a 12-hour trip in your car, it's easy. So it's our whole world is inundated with it. I just was hooked. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done, but it was so much fun, and I loved it.
Well done.
Of 15 minutes, and we had a support crew of vehicles. That's a good process too.
How that is the most mentally challenging thing.
And I just bliss and quiet and chirping birds and streams and all that kind of stuff on a road in the mountains in Canada where it was pretty quiet. And I heard a rustle, and I looked, and a bear cub, a black bear cub, came ambling up.
I want to hear about you.
Survivor from the Rocky IV soundtrack. And it says, in the Warriors, other people. And if we just sit and hide inside our brain, it's not always film. And so we were filming it. My goal, I'd hired a new coach. Craig Percival was a phenomenal coach. And we were pushing for me to be top 5 in the world. And I was having a great day 1. I had a great day 2. I was 10th overall, and I was hunting number 9. And I only had about, I think I was down to about 45, 50 miles left. And it was raining a little bit. And I was going down a mountainside. And apparently there was algae on the bridge deck. And I woke up 3 days later in Oahu at the brain trauma unit at Queen's Medical Center. And the race was on Kona. So they had flown me to a different island. And I had metal staples holding my skull together because I'd broken my skull open when my helmet spun. I had broken my arm in half. I'd shattered my shoulder. I busted 5 ribs. I busted up my knee. I tore a big chunk out the side of my face. I had the worst brain injury you can get. So it was the thing. I almost died. And a couple of guys,
Thanks, Scott, to watch this powerful show. Please let me be able to put that part in there, y'all. YouTube, don't do me dirty. I just want to say to watch this powerful show, and they won't let me put more than certain amounts. I'm not mad at YouTube, but dang. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Scott, to watch this. Okay, great. I didn't misspell nothing. Good. Now, next step, Apple Podcasts. Do the roar. How you say it? Do the roar. Do the roar. He said faster than that. Do the roar. How do I do this? What's going on? Is that the right? That's what? Ew. Yo. Baby, baby, baby. I cried when I knew TLC came out with that movie. I got so much love, yeah. Baby, baby, baby. It gonna get me out. You got to love, got to get me out. Almost done. Okay. So we got him. I got to download now. Got to go back to a StreamYard. Go to library. We may have to edit something. Download MP3. Ooh, how I'm gonna do this? I gotta make sense. I gotta make perfect sense. I'm gonna talk about my past, present, and future. I'm not gonna get nobody next week. This week, I'm not going. No, I have people lined up. I'm not going to promote being running for senator, but I think it'd be best if I find different topics to talk about on my open days to get people to know the organic me. Where's my egg roll? It's taking way too long. Edit your video before sharing it on TikTok. What? Let me write Eric Burris. Oh, why did I say his name? I did not mean to say his name. Now they're gonna sit up there and try to contact them. Hello, Eric. Hello. I was wanting to know on your end if um you see I said um I'm nervous. I said if I can not quite promote becoming senator, but oh, that's another thing. I was wanting to know on your end if you see I said if I cannot quite promote trying to be senator. If I can, I will, but if I cannot, can I talk about just my past, present, and future on days I don't have anyone, and also talk about subjects such as the crime and teachers statistical pay being low and children from walking home from school being robbed, etc. The people deserve to know these statistics. Other than that, Nathan is on fire. Not literally, so don't call the fireman, but he is an amazing creature. Or human. Just say human because it sounds funny. I know what I mean when I say that. Thank you guys. You both. Let me know what you think. Okay. Oh, I didn't even get to put no thank you. I just winked. Okay. Now, sucks. You know you can buy gold at Costco's. One guy bought gold for $3,000 a bar, and it already went up to 10,000. He said, "Okay, we're back to the podcast. That should be done. Let me. Okay, good. The the Kimberly Cloud Show, LLC, featuring who? Featuring Peekaboo. No, featuring Scott's Dermot. Let me see if that's how I spell it. Yep, that's how you spell it. Number 8, another one in a can. I just feel like days would go away. www.facebook.com/the Kimberly Cloud Show 39. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Where'd it go? My oh my, what a lovely day. This show talks about Scott taking his spirit and controlling it throughout the course of decades. He, you ask yourself and tell yourself, well, I control minds too. Wrong. We barely can reach our soul's control. I cannot even reach my full potential, and I experienced some horrific things. Scott, he runs, he does Ironman challenges, and and he bikes 900 miles, if not more, which takes him from 11, he said 2 p.m. to 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 2 a.m. to 11 p.m. to bike 900 miles. He said something I will never forget. He takes his pain and sits it to the side and does the job that he is called to do. When he is finished, then he talks to his spirit, his body, and his spirit follows. He was an amazing guest. You must listen to his courageousness. I know how to spell it. Period. Note, when we are in pain, our threshold doesn't allow and is equipped through, like Scott's, to put pain aside and cope with whatever you are doing then, and then come back to the pain. Sensory, that's a mastery in itself that takes years of practice. You're not riding in a Bugatti or like my teacher said, you're not riding in a Bugatti or a comfortable station wagon or whatever car that's comfortable. You're riding on this one triangular type seat that goes like this. It's not metal, but it's not comfortable after they start at 11 p.m. No, 2 p.m. Is it 2 p.m.? No, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. That's 20 hours, 21 hours on a seat, whether you're pedaling or not. Your butt is hurting. I say to myself, Scott, how do you squat? I'm just joking. I had to joke a little bit. You're awesome. I don't even know how to make pain stop. I'm constantly in pain. I mean, my threshold and your threshold, you probably like pain. My threshold of pain, you probably be like, girl, that ain't nothing compared to what I go through on the day. You're Metal Man. You literally became Iron Man. You have metals in your body as we speak. When you go through a metal detector for the rest of your life, like at an airport, you will forever go off at an airport. And now we got it. We got to wait for it to process. Go back, go to the show, copy this. Where's the copy? Copy, copy, copy. Go to Scott, delete this. 2, 3. Wait for it. Compose. Scott. Hello, Scott. Good news from Kimberly Town. I just see you in a good mood. Okay. Your video is now, your reel is now ready, and your video is being processed for Apple Podcasts. Now, give it 2 to 3 hours to populate on the main stream. I forgot. Oh, yeah, also, I'm coming for you, Lee. Lee, you know Lee. If you're out there watching, matter of fact, I'm going to leave him a message. I want to leave him a message. What to do? I can't believe I forgot about him. I know how to find him. How do I find him? Call Veronica. How can I find Veronica? All these people calling me. It's in Cali. Calm down, Kim. Oof, oof. Okay, he called me. What time? Ooh, what if that's the wrong number? That's not the wrong number. She called me and then he called me. Okay, cool. I know he ain't gonna pick up, but it's okay. Okay, your reels is now ready, and your video is being processed for Apple Podcasts now. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. Give it 2 or 3 hours to populate. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up. Lee, how are you doing, Lee? This is Kimberly Cloud. I just wanted to say I'm ready, and I want to say it's like Lion King. Give me a call. It is time, and I cannot wait to do this with you. We can talk more about what we're going to do a little later and how it's going to be done a little later. I can actually go in there myself, but I enjoy talking to you guys. I will never leave you guys alone because I know y'all come from some good people. So, with that being said, I trust you guys. You know, Veronica, you, Mars, Earth, Venus, Saturn, Uranus, and y'all take care. Bye. Apple Podcasts, give it 2 to 3 hours to populate on the mainstream media. Here is the link to find it, but I'll make sure it's published tonight or ASAP, should I say. Take care. Okie doke. That's been sent. Now, what is it called again? Oh, I know it is. Do do. I need you now, 'cause I never saw you found out. I got a guess on you. Ooh, baby, I think I love you. What? 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 What's the difference? Now I have a reason. I have to find something to talk about, though. Really? What's going on? What's going on? Y'all need to come back with that stuff, man. Dude. What's the coupon code, Lee? You know I'm cheap, bro. I'll wait till you call me, though. I enjoy you guys. You guys work hard. You don't treat me any bias. Now what? Fiddlestick. Let me see something. I'm thinking. Oh, I know what I can do. What else can I do? I hope to get this guy, man. If you're out there watching the dude from, I'll just say Washington, man, please give me a chance and let it be affordable. I promise I won't do you dirty. I promise I really will be a good girl. I really need this. I want to be closer to people that are conservatives and Dan Bonagino. I know he don't know me. I'm not obsessed with him. I just know that wherever he goes, there's good people around him. They don't put him in spots. He got like 20 different spots. I don't know how he does it. He's so sponsored. And I hope to be on your show so I can get sponsored like him one day. Help me, please, please help me. I know y'all are big and I know y'all are large. So give a sister a chance. Cut a sister a discount. let me say I on a radio for $1 and no, I love you. Please subscribe. 5 words. $5. I'm just joking. I love you guys, man. I know y'all good people, whether you do it or not. All jokes aside, I've had it hard, you guys. Okay. So if I can do that with you, what I can do is get the process. I'll wait for your call. I can get the process ball moving to promote it. What is this? Thank you, Christopher. If you're out there watching Christopher Morris all the way from the UK, thank you. And I got Brains Magazine is laughing at me right now. I got to do a totally new picture for Brains Magazine. I'm not going to do the one with Martin Luther King because that is just too informative. I have to do a business. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks. I have to do a Brain Magazine, another article, free article. I know they're laughing at me. So we got that brewing. We got sign up for senator. We got news anchor. We're going to get a news anchor article out to 10 CBS, ABC, and NBC. We're going to get out we're going to get out you know what I'm trying to get, Lee. Lee and Veronica sitting in the tree. I just in a joking mood. I know y'all like, we don't even know each other like that, woman. Let me not play with y'all like that. I'm acting like a kid. Sometimes I feel like one. Okay, so like I was saying, Brains Magazine, I got my free article I could do, but I need a good professional picture. Oh, I know who I could call. I think they still open. Hold on. I hope they can do it. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Remember this decision, okay? No, I need pictures. I don't want to do nothing else. I may have to buy my own flag. That sucks, monkeys.
Thank you for calling JC Penney Portrait Studios. Please wait while we connect you with a representative.
We're going to see what we can do. They can't do much. Let's see what else is out there that's open. Oh, it's closed. Fiddlesticks. Open portraits. Uh, what's the website? I'm so sick of taking professional pictures. Oh, that's a beauty picture. That's even better. But that's not what I'm looking for. But she has some talent. She definitely have talent. What about this? Oh, wait, I'm misplacing. Oh, these are for children. Is there anything for like business, commercial landscapes? Nope. Oh, she's taking a picture of a cello. When you have control of a cello, you have control over your life. No, I don't want that app. Y'all tried to lie to me. Every picture I took, y'all tried to say, "Oh, it wasn't the right one." Let's see. Business portraits near me. What? I hope I don't. I hope I don't have to. Wait. Who is Nick? Nikki. Oh. Ooh. What's your website? Oh, that's who I talked to before. He's probably gonna be mad at me. So what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask him, since I can't take no pictures with a flag behind me, can he alter the background like I'm behind a flag? If he decides to pick up, because he deserves to not even pick up. And we're about to see, we're about to see, we're about to see. He may not pick up. Where is his number? I had his number before, but I deleted it. Okay, he's saying he opened. He's probably like, why is this woman keep? Thank you, guy. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. AI guy. Who's the man with the AI plan? Guy Morris on the case. Who's the guy that can tell you everything? Guy Morris on the case. Please be a good person. I know he's thinking, I hope he's not mad at me. Yeah, he knows the number. I feel so stupid. Who else? Hi, I know you may not remember me, or you probably do remember this number. Either way it goes, I want you to take my professional pictures. And my next question is, if I cannot get a flag of Washington State and the United States to be behind me, is there any way you can choose a background? The background get altered to look like a flag is behind me? Or would it look more organic if we can go somewhere like at Renton and actually move it somewhere? Because I plan on running for state senate on the 6th of May. So I wanted to know if you would like to meet me up there, and we can accommodate by taking pictures up there. I can wear a suit, some type of formal, very good professional suit. It's up to you if this is what you want to do. If you don't call me back, I get the picture. I'm not trying to annoy you. I just know that you're a good person. You took the time to give me options, and now I'm just asking you. I never asked you this before. So my number, where to reach me at, once again, it's 253-304-6990. Thank you. Who's the man? I'm not driving all the way out to Olympia. And I'm going to change the wig. Who's the man? How about this, Kim? Think outside the box. There's a lot of places here that you called in Seattle, and that's true. And now Tacoma, because there's government buildings in Tacoma. That these This is what I don't get, y'all. Y'all may not like me for saying this, but it's not as a defense mechanism. These women are so beautiful, whether white or black. They take excellent pictures. They wear hats. They have blonde hair. They can color their hair. They have natural, beautiful hair. Whether a fro or whether braids or cornrowed or long and straight hair without a perm or relaxer. I don't understand why people be mad at me. That's all I don't get. I see women as beautiful, man. I'm at home saying it. I'm not saying it because I'm out. I try, but obviously it's the picture. I'm getting the picture that no matter what I do, it's not going to work. I have to defend myself because they take my kindness for weakness. Oh, there's absolutely nothing I see. Fiddlesticks, fiddlesticks. Wait, I didn't put the right thing. Government. Hold on. No, I don't know how the Tacoma police got into this. I was just looking for government photos. That's what I want to see. How do I get those images? That's, I think I found it. I think I found it. If they have a number, I will be calling in tomorrow. And they almost about to close. Ah! Is this it? Is this it? Contact. Please answer. If they don't, I hope they do it. And then I get back on. If I find out what I need, I don't mind going across that bridge and driving the highways. But I know people be shooting on the highways, and it's just sick, man. He said I did methamphetamine. That's why I shot her. Sick. Oh, it's Wednesday through Sunday. Fiddlesticks. Uh, this isn't the one, I don't think. Hi, my name is Kimberly Cloud. I needed to talk to you guys about possibly trying to get a pictures taken. If you can give me a call back at 253-304-6990, that would be great. Thank you so very much. You take care, be safe, and I will talk to y'all hopefully another time. Her name is Kimberly. Wood. I did not mean to say that while I was on there. I thought they took pictures. Meet Kimberly. Who is Kimberly? Oh, okay. Her initials is KC too. That's a powerful name. But I need to talk to her. Hold on. Let's see. It's family. They all kissing. government flag picture. I'm not paying $125 for no city flag to take it. I could take it myself if I was that petty, but I know it's a company out here that hardly even talks about, and I'm going to find it. I'm going to put in a simple question. Where can I go to take a government photo with the state flag and United States flag behind me? Come on, buddy. They end up saying passport. They keep it secret from people like me. But it's okay. It's okay. We got this. Because I know what's going on. It's okay. It's no biggie. It's not bad. What? Because I have to find something. And I think I'll go by renting tomorrow and then wait till the 6th. I'm gonna go by renting tomorrow and I'm gonna ask them where do I go and what place takes pictures with flags behind them. That is the only way. It has to be somebody there that know. Too many people go. It has to be somebody that know. And I'm not going all the way to Olympia. It has to be somebody here. It's nobody that's going to keep driving up for 3 hours to Olympia. Let's see. Ask a librarian. Are they still open? Oh, oh, that's too early. Y'all don't get nothing popping closing at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is like 9 a.m. You open at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Oh no, that's the wrong number. Oh, I just called that number. I'll call it tomorrow. They're closed. We're gonna say one. If they don't pick up, it's okay. Till 4 p.m. Oh, 5 p.m. You're sort of getting it popping. I need to change the wig. We're not gonna wear this wig. It's a cheap wig. We're gonna choose 4 to 5 wigs for this month, which is pretty cheap. But the reason why I'm changing it is because I need to look professional. Now I could wear it, and one day I will be wearing different color wigs as long as it's not purple, green, or rainbow color, even though I seen a woman wear a rainbow color wig in the House of Representatives. She was a little heavy set and she was sitting right next to Nancy. I don't know if you remember that. I think it was a purple wig. And then there's drag queens that be at high schools and preschools. You start them off early. They like, I want that wig, and they want to wear it. But I'm going to wear something more subtle. If it's this color, a little darker. If it's a certain color, it's going to be a different subtle color, but it's not going to be purple, green, blue. I could piss people off by getting away with that, but I'm not going to do that. That's not my goal, to piss people off. My goal is to stand professional. I'm not in politics officially yet, but that's what my goal is. So we're going to call them tomorrow. First, we're going to call. You know what? You don't get nowhere calling because you get the wrong person and then they act dumb. I want Brains Magazine to have one of my pictures and News Anchor to have another one. I don't want the fake mole. I probably put a little eyeliner on. No red, white, and blue thing. No pink. I know how to dress. I just. He didn't take a. He probably did. What? What's this? Oh, you can put political signs on highways? What? What? I know they cost an arm and a freaking leg. They said filing resources, running for president of the. I'm not trying that crap again. They going. They already want me dead, and they know who they are. I filed for running for president of the United States too early. It's over for me. I'm going to jail by tomorrow. I'm going to jail yesterday if I file today. I'm not doing that stuff again. But I want to look at it in case I stay here 10 years from now. I said I want to go overseas, but I said no, I don't want to go overseas actually, because I want to be able to make the change once Trump and whoever else, two other presidents is out of office. Once he's out of office for either an 8 year term, I think he can do a max of 8 years. There's going to be another president that probably do a max of 8 years. Please let it be a Republican, a pro-Trump Republican, and then we can make America. That's 16 years of traditional making America great again, freeing the slaves that's enslaved, whether white, black, So yeah, I want to see the political signs on highways. What do y'all do with that? How much are not allowed on state highways? Oh, I'm so glad they don't play that crap. You know what? Somebody put it's hammer time or it's something time. It was so funny. It was so funny. These senators are so funny. The way I'm going to promote myself is not the same. I'm going to tell people why to select me. So I got something to talk about: running for state senator, what's going on in the heart of Washington, yada, yada, yada. talk about my business building. That's all I'm gonna do for this portrait, wigs, and I'm not gonna talk about my bills. I got my electric bill, my child support, so I can be done and over with. What else? I only owe 2,000 and some odd change on it anyway. I'm ready to get that crap over with so I can get my passport and don't have to worry about nobody taking money out on a random day or canceling stuff. Had I had that, I would not be. And now I have to ask myself, would I be able to go overseas now that I have what I have on my head? But it's okay. I think I can. So anyway, May 6th, sign up to be senator, news anchor, brain free, electricity, car note, car note. I wish I phone. Gotta have a phone, right? Bill, insurance, wigs. Gotta have a good wig. How many months? How many weeks is in this month? Oh yeah. Also, radio stations. KKNW. I don't play that crap. When I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. Pay them. I got a lot of bills. I'm broke before I'm free. Are we ever gonna be free, boss? Let me check all my messages for spam just in case something went to my spam. I'm not spending no money. I don't even have money. It's set money. What is this? What is this? Put this in the inbox. It is not spam. Why does it keep going to spam? Okay. With that being said, no spam except one thing. Um, Thank you, Christopher Morris. Amazing individual. I'll start writing you again. Um, can I go to this thing? I think I can. No, 11 a.m. Okay. The live call with Chris Ross on May such and such Eastern Time. 1, 12, 11. We're so excited you can appear on That's Right with Chris to show you. Oh man, I know what that means. But I'll do it just so I can be close to Chris Voss. I won't pay for nothing, but I'll tell them how I feel. I don't want to pay for nothing. I don't have it like that. Can I have it like that? You got it like that. Okay, I'm thinking about what else. Sounds okay. Understood. I know it sounds like I'm going crazy, but I'm trying to see. Should I edit a video? I'm not going to edit a video tomorrow. I need to buy a whole new outfit. And I'll be dang if I'm going to go to Goodwill where the button pop or have a stain or have a wrinkle. One thing I know I need to buy is an iron because I'm that lazy. I'm that lazy where I just, if it's a tight shirt, I don't need an iron. I remember the military used to tell me to carry an iron because we used to have to iron our BDUs. I don't even know what they call it anymore. ACUs. It's not even called ACUs no more, I don't think. It's probably called ZYX or something. I don't know. I appreciate the way they started off with camouflage. I had that camouflage cream on my body, my face. It was so fun, man. I ain't gonna lie, I got my butt beat by a girl named Gus because I was not used to being hit. And the more you get hit by somebody and don't hit them back, the more stronger you get. Those are two of my people and that's both mentally and physically. And we had batons in our hand. We were in a circle. I wish I had my book, my military book. I'm so mad. They caught me sleep in class too. I would kill to be in another military class. But to get to the point, we had these batons with little cushions at the end. It looked like a big Q-tip, tan Q-tip. So we hitting each other, and she hit me in the right. She hit me in the right place. I was just hitting her, just playing with her. I don't go to try to hurt somebody, and she did not like me, and so she hit me in the temple, and I knocked out. And then you wouldn't believe the hilarious stuff that happened to me in the military. It was a beautiful thing, man. It helped me grow. I'm talking about in basic and AIT. I love all my NCOs in basic and AIT. Now, traditional, no, in Korea, I had no problems. I had problems there for stress, working 16 to 17-hour shifts for a whole year almost. That was the problem. And drinking was not helping. But basic and AIT, I miss those guys. I had lots of friends. There were girls that didn't like me, yes, but it was 10 girls to one girl that didn't like me. And I was experimenting, doing not drugs, but experimenting, having fun, and it was a beautiful thing, man. I didn't like my drill sergeants because they allowed two twin girls that were of a different ethnicity. I won't disclose what their ethnicity was, but they cheated on a test. They cheated on a running test. They had one of their they met each other halfway so they wouldn't have to complete the whole 2 miles. So they cheated. Me, I came in at first at 19 and some change and 50 or 2100 or something minutes, and I felt it. But this Hispanic girl, I never forget her name. I think her name was April. She was Cuban. She had to be Cuban. She said, "Don't quit. I'll coach you the whole way." And I said, "Okay." So we're running. I have boogers coming out my nose. She said, "Don't quit, Cloud. Don't quit." She was mixed with black and Hispanic. And so she's very light skinned. So I said, I won't. And I came in at 18:30 and the cutoff time was 18:48. And I was so happy. I earned that. But the other girls, which I won't disclose their name, their race, they cheated. And the drill sergeant allowed it because they were having sex. I had a really crummy some people didn't deserve to be drill sergeants and soldiers in the military. I'm pretty sure they got kicked out. I know they got kicked out. And you know, this was in AIT. My favorite thing that I had going on for me was the gas chamber. The gas chamber and taking medicine that you don't know what it would do to you years from now. I trust the military. I just don't trust some of the VA, but you get shot up with a bunch of drugs, like 20 drugs. You sitting in line. They said next step shot. Next step, shot. And you like an old man saying, Sonny, what kind of shot do you have now for me? Well, Grandpa, it's the good stuff. You're like, okay, give it to me. But the gas chamber was an amazing experience, man. It showed strength. And I think this is week 6. It's 9 weeks of hardcore training. I enjoyed it was love. It was built on love. But to get to the point, so we went in there and they were smiling at us. They were all even the beautiful women, God. I put it to you like this. They God. Because they were smiling at us in the gas chamber. They was like, they had their mask off at first and they had it on their side of their, I'll never forget it. We were in the dark, but it was like lit a little bit. This big, it looked like a concentration camp, type crap. And so we sitting there looking at each other. I'm scared. My heart is racing. And they're like, what we about to do for this exercise, people, calm down. What we about to do for this exercise is gas you. You have to listen to what we say and you have to participate or you will get a non-score. That means the only thing I ever felt that they passed me was the bomb, the grenade. I hate throwing grenades because it was really live grenades. But to get back to the point, she said, you will get a non-score. And so they released the gas. I'm like, I can handle this. They encouraged us. That's why they were smiling. So we like, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. And my ex-husband was in my first ex-husband was in my unit. Our whole brigade he was in the same sector as me. I don't know what it's called like that no more. It's been years, over 20, 30 years, 25 years or 22. So to get to the point, they gas us. And I'm like, what are they doing to us? Are they trying to kill? All I'm thinking, if they could read minds, they would laugh. They'd be like, this one said this and this one said that. We're looking at them. They put on their gas mask. They're cool. They're cool. They're used to it. They put on their gas mask. They wait for us. We have to wait to put on ours. They need us to suck in the fumes. So we suck in the fumes. Then we put on a gas mask. They said, this is what's going to happen in case of an event. It happens. You have to do it this way. It's 2 big things and a mask. 2 big things on a mask and a mask. And I'm like, it's not working. And they like, it is. So then everybody, we're in there for 3 minutes. It felt like 300 years. We come out, everybody nose is running. People are coughing, spitting. Even the prettiest girl's nose is running, coughing, spitting, and it was terrible. Eyes bloodshot red. People are throwing up phlegm. It was so terrible. And you can imagine, I had allergies. I was just throwing up phlegm. So I passed that. And I have 2 more things to say before I get off of here. The thing that I did not pass was throwing the grenades. The grenade was so heavy and I was so scared that it would go off, yes. But I always thought I would blow off my hand because we would play with the fake grenades that were the same weight. But when we get a real grenade and throw it, I wasn't even strong back in the day. I wasn't even strong enough. So me throwing the grenade, saying, grenade, they like, what are you doing, Cloud? They loved me, but they was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just don't want to get my hand blown off, Drill Sergeant. 2 things. When I first got there, we had a big duffel bag in front of us. We had a big a rucksack filled with 50 pounds, if not 60 pounds of material behind us. So we had 2 big bags on. The duffel bag had to be all of 60 pounds. The rucksack, all of 60 pounds. 2 heavy black bags that say Army on it. Imagine carrying that 2 miles to your center. When I first got there, I have 2 things to say. When I first got there, relaxing Jackson, they didn't yell like they yelled on everybody else off the bus. Usually you hit the center of the middle by the pole, and the drill sergeants are rushing and say, "Get off the bus! Get off the bus! Get off the bus!" And I'll be like, "What? Get off the bus! Get off!" No, I wouldn't do that. I was too scared. But it was smorgasbord of good food, man. They had white coconut cake and like layers, and we ate good. And if we ate too good, like for the big people that came and barely made it to basic, they'd be like, "Why are you eating that? You're not gonna pass. You are not gonna pass." And then they'd be like, I seen men break down. They never hit us, but I seen grown men break down like that movie. He's like, "Your fat butt not gonna make it." And he was like, oh. Then I was like, whoa. But I had my time with a drill sergeant, and they never wanted to yell at me hard because they knew I was there for a purpose. So when I went it was two things I wanted to say. When I first went, we did a duck walk. Once we got our stuff, we had to put our socks in order, everything. We did a duck walk. So we ran 2 miles. We ran. We did not sit up there and walk 2 miles with that bags on us and holding that. We ran. We had to run. We were coughing and everything. From the beginning, it was nothing but exercise. And we duck walked. He was like, "Front lean and rest." I'm like, what the fuck is the front lean and rest? He said, "You're going to learn what that is." I didn't say that. I was thinking that though. But he was like, "You're going to learn what that is." And I sure enough, front lean and rest, right, half right face. All my military person, y'all know what that is. Half right face, front lean and rest. You get on. I can never do a push up again. I'm stubborn, maybe in the future, but until this case is over, I can never try to do a push up. I can do sit ups, despite me having a little belly. But yeah, man, it was crazy. And half right face. And I'm like, what? What is half right face? What is this you speak of? You know, everybody looking around like, what is they saying? What was so cool, the first day, it was nighttime. The only problem I used to have, the only problem I had in basic training is my hands used to get so cold. We were in South Carolina, and during the night to the morning, we would stand out for formation, and I would have to hurry up, go in the bathroom, and put my hands in warm water to speed up the process of them warming up, because I always thought I was going to catch frostbite. And maybe I did. I don't know. But it was weird. Nobody else had that problem. And they when they yelled at me, it was a white man. I never forget him. He was laughing at me. Now everybody else he was serious with. It was predominantly black in there, but everybody else was serious. We had a black lady. She was very dark skinned and skinny and had a Coca-Cola bottle shape. It was three white men, two black men, and that made up everybody, all our drill sergeants. But I didn't see the black woman yet. I only seen the white man and the black man. That they always treated me with respect. They knew I was a good soldier. And that's probably what killed and sealed the deal for me getting the honorable. So, because they noticed the pattern of change and the pattern of the drill sergeants in my platoon and brigades that I went to after that. And I was very motivated. And so he got in my face. He was like, "What's wrong with you, Cloud? Why are you smiling?" And he's just laughing. He couldn't help it. And I'm like, that's in my face. I don't know what to say. What do you want to say? Good job. You're doing a good job, Sergeant. But that's their job to yell at you. So one day I had so much fun there. One day when we used to take our flashlights, because we had a green flashlight that went like that. And it was red, blue, yellow, and green. Old school flashlight that we carry at our hips. We used to have to sit outside in the rain in a covered rain gear. But to get back to the point, this is a serious point. I think this was week 6 or 5. So we used to make noise. We used to pretend like we in the club. We used to sing in the shower. We didn't have to see each other naked. At first we did. It was a long line filled with women taking showers, and everybody be looking. They be pretending and looking, and I'd be like, "Ugh, why are you looking at me?" I used to hate that. I used to hate that. I wasn't really gay. I didn't look at other women. I just went straight to the bathroom, washed up, and you were this close to another woman. You have your soap, your Ivory soap. You have 5 minutes to take a shower, and you roll out. So to get to the point where we were pretending like we were at the club, making noise, big old bay, like in the movie with the guy that they call Gomer Powell, that shot himself in the head, that used to work for Law and Order now. I forgot the name of that movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But we were wondering. We laid down. I think I stayed on the bottom bunk, and I was like, I wonder if our drill sergeant can hear us. And this is when the newer technology were coming in, where you can hear people through intercom. And the reason why they probably did that was for personal reasons, to make sure nobody committed suicide. And he got on the intercom. He's like, "Yeah, I can hear you guys. Go to bed." And we were like, "Oh my God," we all bust out laughing. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. Like, they weren't prejudiced. They weren't, biased. They were great sergeants. If I meet them, just thinking about them, ugh, they had my back, you know. And so I'm a, I know Jesse don't want to hear this. I have no beef with him. Let you talk to God when the time is right for the things you did to me, but I'm gonna speak upon you. So my ex-husband, I should have learned that as a red flag, Jesse. He was giving love letters to all women. I didn't like him at that time because he would disrupt the class. He thought he was a showboat, and come to find out, he is. And so what he used to do, he used to take pictures, no, write letters and put them up in the ceiling. Somebody snitched on him. It wasn't me. And the black lady that I was telling y'all about, she was like, "This ain't Get Your Freak On Fort Jackson." She was like, dun, 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 and everybody was laughing. They recycled them. They recycled them. Then they had to recycle the girl named Gus, because women were sneaking in the bathrooms when people were asleep at night, and they were having sex and having all types of parties. People were complaining because they did not get no sleep, hearing them in the bathrooms at night. And so they recycled some people. And the last thing I like to talk about, I keep the rest of my memories to myself, is that when I went to MEPS, I never forget MEPS. MEPS, was a wonderful but weird place. You got doctors from all over. They say, "Do a duck walk." And I'm like, "What's a duck walk?" And it's what they did to us. They didn't do a always duck walk. We only did one duck walk. I'm telling you, you don't want to do a duck walk. You don't want to do a duck walk. But they say, bend over, touch your knees, touch your toes, bend down, walk like a duck, talk like a duck. No, they don't say talk like a duck. They say walk like a duck, and stand there for a second. Sit back up. Listen to this noise. Do you hear this noise? I'm like, I can't hear. You talking to me. I can't hear. They said, "Do you hear it?" I can't hear. No, I'm just joking. I heard the noise. But it was in a booth alone. It was just pretty cold and damp, and the doctors were with white coat, and it was different, man. It was very, very different. It was in Fort Meade, Maryland. And yeah, I quit weed. I quit I wasn't really doing, I was doing ecstasy hard, I'll admit. I was doing ecstasy real hard. I almost died from ecstasy and prayed to my mother that I overcome it, and I did. And then I did it again. It wasn't as bad, but I was mostly smoking weed. I just wanted to try anything because when I go in the house at night, I would get mentally abused and abused by my aunt Janet. So, I mean, literally, they would be upstairs talking about me and I would have to hear it, you know. And that's how I know whoever's doing this has my record and they listen to what I say so that they can use it against me because that's what they do. So, yeah, man, it's okay. I ain't gotten over it. They did it at Maple Lane when I was in Maple Lane. They would talk about killing me, literally smothering me with a murderer, you know, but I don't want to jump to that. I don't even want to jump to that. That's just some sick stuff they used to do to me. But other than that, I kept my values. And how I went downhill was my sergeants started being prejudiced, my black sergeants, my African American sergeants. I told her to smoke me so I can get stronger and pass a PT test. So she would wait until my ex-husband come in and then she would smoke me and tell me to sit there for like 20, 30 minutes and ignore me and pretend like she never told me to get down on my knees. So people coming in and out of the cafeteria, I'm not in BDUs. I'm in white cook whites with black shoes. Like these are like tap dance looking shoes. Then they asked me, "You want to strip for the sergeant major?" And I'm like, I may not have the perfectest shape, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do that because that's something we shouldn't be doing. But I did get influenced. I'll admit, I didn't get influenced. I ended up scratching someone's car, my first child's father, because he wasn't paying child support and he wasn't doing the right things, that he should do as a father. And it was terrible, man. It was very terrible. From the beginning, he wasn't. And I'm pretty sure Maurice didn't get the attention he deserved. And he used to tell me, my son, when I buy him these things, like I bought him a $500 Nvidia, like years later, he used to tell me how, and I used to take up for his dad and say, he's just showing tough love. I never talked junk about him. Never. But when it came to Jesse, I would get mad at him because Jesse he always pressed my buttons. But my first child's father, I have two children's father. My first child father, he he didn't want to take care of his kids, and we met in Korea. We met in Korea when I was stationed there, and what hurt the most is when I got pregnant. I had a lot of good friends in Korea. Like they would come in my room because I was 6 months pregnant and being like, "Cloud, you want to go to the club?" I'm like, "I can't drink no more. What I look like going to the club?" They're like, "All you do is sleep." I'm like, "I know I'm pregnant," and they just be hitting me. I had one black lady look out for me because I got too drunk. This is when I first got drunk, like seriously heavily drunk. They wanted to come in the room and try to sleep with me, and she prevented that from happening. I know she did. But she left. She was on her way out the door. I hated that she left. Um, and yeah, man, they used to come in my room. It'd be like 10 of them just talking to me, man. They loved me. And then the younger whippersnappers coming in had crushes on me, but I never slept with anybody that was like 18 when I'm like, I don't know, even when we were the same age. I like older people. But yeah, man, what hurt the most is when I was 6 months pregnant, I went over to his barracks because his barracks you had to sign in, it had to be somebody you have to sign in. You can't bribe somebody not to sign you in. And I looked and it was a female like a day prior going to his room. And he always used to complain before I got pregnant about smoking cigarettes. And he didn't like me. He didn't like me. He was so mean towards me. It was pathetic. And I went in his room and there was a cigarette sitting on his counter. And so, instead of yelling, I went to every social security number is embedded at the back of the door of the barracks. So my social is in my room in case something happens to me. His social is in the back of his room on a white sheet of paper in case something happens to him. So I just wrote down his social and rolled out. The last response I had of him, he gave me a kiss on the cheek before we both flew out and ended up at Fort Campbell. When I was at Fort Campbell, I learned there because once I got pregnant, I will admit, I didn't know I was pregnant. And I drunk once and threw up. And then I took a pregnancy test and then I got an ultrasound done. And once I found out I was pregnant, I was like, no, it just doesn't feel the same. Everything made me sick. And I was still working 16, 17-hour shifts. And so, when I finally left and went to Fort Campbell, I ended up having my son at Vanderbilt. They said my son's heart rate keep going up and down, and mostly down. So instead of letting him be born on my dad's birthday, which is June 27th, they let him be born June 28th. He on June 28th, his heart rate started dropping. Then he had a hypospadias, which I went to have. I had him have surgery for, and took care of him with that. I tried my best. I was at the Ronald McDonald House. I hope that people, if you have the money, will invest into that because without that, I had nothing. You know, and I was still young and dumb because while he was in an incubator, I would go visit him. And after I go visit him, because he was 2 pounds and 8 ounces. Talk about 2 pounds and 8 ounces, born on the 28th. And it was crazy. And so the doctors did an excellent job on my stomach. You can't even see my scars. Usually when you have a C-section, you can see a scar. But my son came out to be 2 pounds and 8 ounces. And so after I seen him in the incubator, I would go out and try to look for weed. I just started getting depressed. They say, "Are you having postpartum?" That's when my depression started getting worse. Or it wasn't because of the child per se, but because of the chemistry changes within my body of having a child. So, I was like, yeah, go ahead and give me some depression medicine, whatever. But that doesn't work if you're using marijuana. I went to the hood in Nashville, copped a 20 bag, and rolled up, smoked, went back to the Ronald McDonald House because I was only allowed to see my son any time. But I saw him once a day because I didn't want to come in. This is real weed. I didn't want to come in the hospital. I always thought like that, smelling like weed. And people so stupid. They try to put, well, girl, if you put perfume on, you'll be good. It just smell like weed and perfume. No, my son is in an incubator. So fighting for his life. I'm stressed. Nobody was helping me at that time. They all liked Lee over me because he was a rapper. And it started becoming evident that I made the wrong mistake bringing addressing my brother and caring and loving my brother to where I wanted him to be at a better life. All he had to do in exchange was watch my son. But the key of that was I worked 15 to 16-hour shifts a day. And on top of that, the babysitter wasn't open all the time. The on post babysitter wasn't open all the time, and he had a tube up his nose for a couple of months. All he used to do was sleep. Pretty excellent baby, but here's the thing: he would throw up out of his nose, and if you're not watching him, he can choke to death. And so I started taking time to distance myself from the military because I said either my brother said he wasn't going to watch him no more. He don't want to watch him. He can't even watch his own kids after I brought him there. And I said, what? He just changed. And then it started becoming more. I was making $3,000 every month. And he was like, well, how about you give me 500 of your money and I get some cocaine? This is all I knew because I grew up with killers and drug dealers. And he was like, give me $500 of your money. I was never scared of my brother, but he said, give me $500 of your money and I would get some coke and flip it, cut it, flip it, and give you the money back. That's all he kept saying. And I'm like, I'm young. I'm 18, 19 years old, just had a baby. I'm like, okay, fine. Never got that money back. Never saw the purse he was going to promise. Nothing. And so, you know, it was nothing, but it led me into a dark situation where I started doing cocaine on the side, but I would never do it around my son. Nobody can never say they caught me around my child doing cocaine. And that's where I met drug dealers that had bricks of cocaine. And I want y'all to not feel like I'm being fake. I'm running for state senator and I know what the city needs because I'm tired of hearing the same sad story. But to get to the point, I want to tell my truth. I would never say this stuff on the radio. But if I get to an open mic radio, yes, I would say this. But anyway, so it was an African American guy. He had like 3 bricks of cocaine, like wrapped up. And I only used to get $20 worth. So that's like that much, that much. You can hardly see my eye. And that's when stuff started happening because it was this lady, this Caucasian woman named Ashley that I used to in Shrewsbury. I used to do cocaine with, and go to raves with, and I didn't want to do it with my brother. Like, why would I want to do that type of drug with my brother? You know, like he the one got me on it, and he the one got me curious, and he should have been watching my child, and I would have been focused more on words, but I wasn't. I was curious to know what it felt like, and I finally learned, and it will make you feel very irritable one moment, and it will make you feel very up the next moment. And you need beer or some sort of alcoholic drink to chase it. I haven't done it since in like a decade, if not longer. I pat myself on the back. And so, you know, it graduated in Hawaii to not only snorting no, but shooting myself with it. I wanted to die. He never helped me with my child. Actually, he threw my child up at a fan, being jealous of me with my NCOs that were only nosy. And then he purposely told a social worker and lied. He made my relationship with Jussie even worse. Let God figure out what was going to happen to me and Jussie. Jussie was cheating on me from the beginning, and he told Jussie I was cheating on him, which I was, but I should have never called him back. I should have left it alone because he was cheating on me too. All I found out years later he was cheating on me just as hard. And I was young and dumb, but I promised never to cheat on him again, and that's what I did. After a while, I stopped cheating. And so with my last husband, I didn't cheat the whole relationship. There was no accident or nothing. And he cheated on me with his doctor and everyone else. So, you know, at least I can pat myself on the back again and say I never cheated on him, but he cheated on me. And I don't care the race of the woman, but she happened to be a white woman and got pregnant by him. You know, I don't, I had 18 guns in the house, 18 legal guns, and the one on my hip. I didn't go off looking for her. If I was prejudiced, I would. If I was jealous or was raged, I would. It wasn't her fault. He let her in, not her. I don't care what she did to him to persuade him to sleep together. He did it. I'm mad at him, but I didn't shoot him. He put a gun in my head. So getting back to the point, you know, and this is how you know I think very clearly and calculated. I may not be mature in certain aspects, but I think very clear and calculated. And so getting back to the point with Jussie, my brother sat up there and told Jussie he used to get so jealous, and he started bringing pumps to my house, telling me, and he started racing the cops. The cops didn't want to pull him over. I guess they had a no chase on my car, but he actually thought that he was king of the hill because he raced the cops and they didn't pursue it. Maybe because they knew I needed my car. He was doing reckless things in my vehicle. And then my car started conking out. Somebody did something to it. You know, brand new car, 2004 Ford Focus with dark tint. And getting to the point, I kicked him out. And then the last thing he did to me, which was in Kentucky, was he took a knife to the picture I made sure that I reproduced for $400 by a Korean individual that did an excellent job on a picture. He took a knife and he tore his face up. And then he threw the picture at me. After you sit up there, you came to my house. I drove 12 hours pregnant to come get you one day. Then I drove 12 hours for you to come to my house to help me. You did not help me. You put me on or influenced my cocaine and abuse issues. You sat up there and put a hole in a picture that cost $400 that I bought from Korea. You threw your nephew up at a fan rotating. You told a social worker and lied and said I did cocaine and put cocaine in the microwave while I'm pregnant with Jeremiah. And then they're looking at me like I'm doing cocaine. You've been melting cocaine in my microwave. I put a patty in the microwave, and they're like at my door, Child Protective Services. And I'm being honest with you guys. It was a sad, sad story. They didn't want to hear that. You know why she came to my door? She was mad at my brother because my brother slept with her and then talked crap about the other social worker, telling the other social worker that I was on drugs, which I wasn't at the time. I didn't need cocaine like him. Once I get pregnant, I'm off of all drugs, period, point blank. I can't help what I ingest because he's flipping cocaine and melting it in a microwave or sprinkling what he's sprinkling in a microwave. Own brother. I can't wait to see his list of things that God has to say to him. You know, I love him, but I can never forgive him for, you cost me everything. You didn't help me get my child back. I had to fight. Finally got full custody of him, but he had more family than I did. My mother is dead. My sister is sick in the head, and my brother is even sicker. So what happened was they set me up. Marshallette Lily knew Lee. She knew who Lee was. And she knew who Melvin was. And they both used to sleep together. And what enraged her is when he told Marshallette Lily he didn't want to sleep with her friend because she's too tall for him. These social workers used to talk, Black women. She said, I know your brother, right? That's how I know you, girl. He told me you do cocaine all the time. And I'm like, no, I don't. How can your family do that type of stuff to you? Let's say I was. Why would you tell a social worker that? But hey, guess what? It was meant to happen that way because I would have never gained the momentum having children around me that I did now. If they're more than welcome to come see me or talk to me over the phone or we meet up at a neutral location, but I cannot dwell on what I did in the past and what my family did to me in the past. I cannot cry about it no more. And when I think about how I used to cry, it makes me want to cry again, but I'm not. So That's what happened to me. And then I went AWOL. How can I get an honorable with AWOL? Well, they would just write me up for anything. I didn't have my foot shine, they would write me up. They were trying to get me purposefully kicked out and banned from the military for no reason because they didn't like me. Because I started telling on them. And you know how I like to talk. And guess where my brother is now, though, y'all? You want to know the future? I'm running for U.S. Senate, and my brother is in jail 15 years to life for a federal charge. He got caught smoking methamphetamine, and he got caught using, as in developing, methamphetamine. He asked me for my email address and haven't even written out to me. I'm not trying to talk down on him, but I'm just telling the truth of what he did and how his mind is so warped. He stabbed me in my back one way too many times. And let's not even get on my sister. This is sad, man. That's why I can never be close to any family member. Even my nieces, I love them to death, man. They never did nothing to me, but I can never be close with any family member because it's something about being close with a family member. Like, I used to see the look in my niece Raquel eyes. They always hurt when I went to the military. And then it started coming out my brother's mouth that I was crazy, and they believed it. I was branded as the crazy, aggressive one. Don't you see the pattern? But he's the one on meth. He swore he would never do meth. He swore, hey, look, you're a crackhead. My dad was a crackhead. He smoked crack all his life and whatever else he can get his hands on. If he was around, like, I had this highly potent migraine medicine that if you take a sniff of it, I got it from Tripler in Hawaii because the Botox wasn't working. So they put me on this highly it wasn't a benzo. A benzo wasn't even as strong as this drug. They never distribute it no more. You spray it up your nose, you knocked out for the day. It's over. Dad wanted a sniff. Everything I used to have. He threw up. He couldn't handle what I had. Same thing when he came to Hawaii. Every time I get around a guy that's a drug addict, it influences me to be a drug addict. And that's why I can't do it no more. Jussie was a hardcore drug addict. When I first got to Hawaii, I was taking care of my son, taking care of myself, going to just doing the right things. He came back. He started getting Oxycontin. I had Jeremiah, after I had Jeremiah, which was my third son. No, before I had Jeremiah, it all started falling apart. It all started falling apart. He started bringing meth into the house. I would never use it. He started saying, try it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to try that crap. That's just like crack 2.0. I told myself I would never try it. And so that's all he had in Hawaii before we went to Illinois because we ran out of money. I was supposed to get 3 vials of pills of Oxycontin, oxycodone, and Percocet. That's what I was getting from my doctor. And they stopped me abruptly because I went late to pick up the prescription. So imagine being stopped off with 3 narcotics. And we're cleaning up and rushing to go catch a plane back to the mainland after 3 years. And there's no money for no Oxycontin from this guy that's Hawaiian that used to give us all types of medication, even Opanas. Do y'all know what Opanas is? Opanas is people pills that they give you for cancer if you're going to die. And the guy that used to sell him all these drugs was nowhere to be found before we got on the plane. And the only thing was in our house was methamphetamine, and that was it. I took my needle with me on the plane because I had a little bit of oxy. I went in the bathroom and I shot myself with it. I remember like it was nothing. And after you shoot yourself, after a couple of hours of coming down, you start feeling like you need more. You are addicted. It's no way around it unless you stop and take the pain and the suffering. Y'all know, y'all drug addicts out there. That's why I never get back on that crap. And so, not nothing, not even a grain of cocaine. Not saying, let me try this. I'm a senator now. Let me try this. No, I don't want it. Don't put it around me. I'm serious, man. I tell you this shit, and I'm sorry for cussing. The next person that try to put some meth on me, I may have to go back to jail for, because I'm tired of being drugged. That's how bad it has been. So we get back. I just want to give that message. I will go back to jail for somebody drugging me with methamphetamine. So we goes back to Illinois, and he says to me, Kim, my, at first his mother's like, you're on your own. She hated me. She hated me. It's not my fault you left a condom at my house. It wasn't your house. At my house on the top of the trash can. What if my son was up and he pulled over the trash can and sat? You could have put it on the outside trash can. You brought a guy there while married. I went to sleep. I woke up, condom in trash can with, I'm not going to say it, with cum in it. That's sick. And I told your husband, and I don't care if he left you or not, I did the right thing because that was sick and wrong. You're not going to sit up there and cheat on your husband in my house. I'm not your one-stop fuck shop. So she got me back, didn't you, Betty? You're on your own. We got back. She immediately said, she kept saying it to me, not Jussie. She kept saying it to me. And now I get it. Jussie said, my grandmother expired and she left some morphine in a vial. Do you want it? Like he's never that generous. Morphine, and I'm so distorted. I just came down off of the drug I chose in off the plane. I'm like, yeah, trusting my husband with the meth in his pocket. He comes back. There's absolutely nothing in there. I don't even remember where he go in the bathroom or what. I never look at him deeply. And meth comes in liquid form too, if you break it down the right way. I hear people talk about liquid form of meth. And he gave me a shot, and then I spent 3 to 4 days up. Up. I'm psychic. I'm this, I'm that. Every time I went to sleep, I would hear noises underneath the ground. Every time I tried to go to sleep. Now, from here on out, I can never tell nobody what happened because that's between me and God. I can never, and I will never admit or decline to admit because I know it was a setup. It was a big setup. I admit a lot of things, but this thing is between me and God, and I know I'm going to heaven because I was drugged with methamphetamine. Staying up for 3 days is a big thing. Staying up for 7 days, you're dead. You're insane. But using habitual narcotics and getting off of narcotics abruptly, 3 narcotics, and then getting a upper put into your system when your body is trying to get off, detox off of narcotics, downers, and then staying up for 3 days. Come on. I would never forgive him for that. But I love that he can't sweet talk his way into heaven. He loves to sweet talk his way. He can't have another God backed up on the side of another God backed up on the side of another God. Ain't that right, Jussie Glover? You ain't gonna have another God on the side. Well, if God don't want to accept me, I'll go to another God. You're going to hell for doing that to me. I already signed that ticket. I already signed the pre-ticket for everybody that mistreated me. I want to make a pact with the devil himself that when you get everybody that's been treated me bad, I want to go to hell and see them suffer like they made me suffer here. Some people get a ticket to hell. I want the ticket where I see it and I roll out back to heaven. I was so naive to think that you were going to really treat me good. You were cheating on me since the beginning. I didn't even cheat on you as many times. You had your boys turning you on to women. Every time it was a phone call, it was a woman. It was sad, man. And then you portray this big man on campus like you're doing a good job with your children. You just take pictures with your children. I hate it for your wife. That's the only thing I hate. I hate it for your wife because you're probably doing the same exact thing to her. I know you haven't stopped methamphetamine. You used to do it with that guy, Joey, and you like it. When I found the hospital that I went to, I'm almost close, Jussie. I guarantee I had either coke or meth in my system. And when I find it, I'm going to figure out a way to have you arrested. You can't suppress my records. And I found out what hospital I first went to. I found the second hospital I went to where you left me abandoned. But when I found the first hospital, that show I had either coke or meth in my system. I'm going to have you arrested for putting drugs in my system that I didn't know what was in my system. And you should be watched too by the FBI. You took advantage of me because you didn't like me. And your mother didn't like me. From the beginning, y'all were playing me. I would go to your barracks and I said, why it smell like sex in here? Oh, that's my mother. My mother was having sex in my room. Why is your mother in your barracks? But then when I saw the situation with me, her at my house with this guy on a bike, I'm like, no, you're not about to do this in my house. I've been around some freaking messed up people. Messed up, man. So that's my life in the military, if they do find the records to what happened, just know, you guys, I was influenced by methamphetamine or cocaine and some other hallucinogenic drug. He was getting all types of stuff from Joey or whatever his name was. And I think I was on something to make me go crazy. That's not normal behavior, stand up. I wanted to go to school. Something told me to leave his house, and I loved him way too much. I didn't think he would do that to me. It was dangerous there for me. I hate people like you, Yvette. You go to church, you do these cookathons at church, you and your husband travel the world with your stuck up family, and then you expect you're going to go to heaven after you made a poor girl that only wanted to be friends with you from the beginning to go crazy. You conspired with your son to get me out the way so Jesse can cheat. Even Teresa said she would never bring her children around you unless she was in control of the situation. Yeah, I talked to Teresa, Jesse's other baby mama that had her babies way before me while we were married. Remember this, Jesse? Remember this voicemail that I told you about? You were in Hawaii getting ready for to send me over. You were like, Jesse, you said you were going to bring the kids over. I had your baby. What's going on? You said you were going to leave Kim alone. She put that on our house phone, Jesse. The crap I went through with you and Edward is never going to, no, no. You're a dog and you haven't changed. You can get that gray hair. You can show the pictures of you taking care of your young one. And I know you're not that perfect. I've lived with you. You're on drugs. You, your mother, your brother, your sister. I don't care about y'all. I only written y'all to let y'all know that I don't care. You dogged me out because I was a truth teller. So you have your children, Raheem and Jeremiah, treat them well. Treat them well. I fought for them too, with no relief. So, like I said, if you're out there, Raheem and Jeremiah and Maurice, reach out to me. Later down the road or never again, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to invest my love in something no more other than what I need to do for myself. I tried to fight. Just know I tried to fight for y'all. When you got demonic women like Yvette and Ruby around, you will never win that battle. So you go to your Christian church and read that Christian Bible. Matter of fact, do you remember again, if you're watching and tuning in, I'm about to get off of here. Do you remember how the Christian, I just learned this, how the Christians really became Christians? The white Jesus that is depicted killed his brother. You're stuck on the regular values that we learned. Like I was. I knew it was something outside of that. But Rome will tell you, you never traveled to Rome. They had instruments that go up a woman's vagina and they explode them. Are you going to convert? No. Choo, boom. Male, are you going to convert? They put it in their rectum and turn them around until they bleed to death. Your Christian values. I'm praying to Yeshua. I will never pray to Jesus, the one that we know. Even if he was black, if he was black and killed somebody, I wouldn't pray to Jesus. If he was white and killed somebody, I wouldn't pray to Jesus. Yeshua is his real name. Period. 2 generations down the road of them killing people, 900 years later, people converted, people forgotten. The people that know about it, they got killed off too. And there we have a perfect baked cake of new generation. And that's what's going to happen now. So pray to your God. You're doing an excellent job. I confess this to you guys, not because I wanted to, but because it's needed to know my track record that I don't lie. Yes, I did cocaine. Yes, I did heroin. Yes, I did crack. Yes, I did every drug you could, except hallucinogens that you can think of, except knowingly, not knowingly, methamphetamine. Just remember that. I never tried it because I knew my dad loves crack cocaine and he loved methamphetamine. Nobody never helped me. Nobody never. When my dad got, I'll say this for 2 minutes. When my dad got to Hawaii, you know what he did? He made the situation worse. He wanted me to shoot him with methamphetamine, and I had to shoot him with methamphetamine. Imagine shooting your father with methamphetamine. He has dementia now, not because of me, because then I met him again in Sioux City, Iowa. He was doing just fine. He went back to jail after he went back to Maryland. He went to jail, and then he got out and came to Sioux City, Iowa. I don't know what happened between him and Melvin, but Melvin must have did something to him because now he has dementia. I want to visit him one time. Even I know it was dysfunctional, very dysfunctional, to see his face and take a picture with him. And then spend a little time with him because he's will bound. He was a veteran too, and he's at Iowa Veterans Home. Nobody can get in, nobody can get out. He's very safe kept, and I'm kind of glad that they did it that way for me. And my brother is in Iowa State Prison for 15 years to life. If you want to stop doing drugs, if you want to stop doing going to jail, my brother had an extensive track record. He'd been going to jail since 12 years old or 14 years old. Why? It was, I gave him a rebirth at life and he still slammed it in a can. And he could have eventually brought his kids over. We had to do things in increments. And I didn't know how to tell him that. I don't know what was going on. I was so naive. I just loved my brother. The only thing I will say is I will take what I he told me and I will run with it. He told me to break the chain, and that's what I'm doing. And nieces, if you're watching, follow me. Don't become hoes. It's nothing for whores. They got a television station in Charlotte you can do your own podcasting on. You just have to go there. It's free. Jessica would never tell you not to do that. Instead, she would tell you to whore yourself out and then talk behind your back. It's nothing to do in the country. I know. I'm not perfect, y'all. Nieces. If you ever want to chit chat with me, I'm here. Don't be a baby popper and a druggie. It will not work. You'll end up in jail. You'll end up in shelters, you'll end up broken badly. I'm not perfect and y'all know it, but I've been in the ghetto. I've been to the hood. I've been to middle class. I've been to upper class. I've been almost everywhere. And I tell you, I know where I want to be. And it's not the hood no more. And I know there's 1 to 2% of people that don't want to be in the hood no more as well. And we need to make that change for those black or white lower class people because their children are going to get infected. It's like a drug. They stay in the hood, the children end up staying in the hood, the children's children end up staying in the hood, and it just get worser and worser and worser. I'm here to make a change. My statistics and my track record speaks the truth. How can a teacher make it with $980 worth of paycheck a week? That's McDonald's pay. How can a child make it? There was no food being served before. Your children wasn't eating once upon a time. How can I not find money for a child to eat at school? Our children are our future. It could be the next Elon Musk, somebody that oversees Elon Musk, somebody that goes above Elon Musk, the next president that helps save us and release us from being slaves. Because despite what you think, we are slaves, not to the white man, but we are slaves to the United States of America. I know I am. And it was before I went to jail. Because I tried to go over there. And I guess I see why they did it. Looking back on it, it was pretty funny. I can't tell that story because then it's gonna take all day. But just know that I deserve to be U.S. state senator because I know, and they're going to probably rewind this and smear my name, but I don't care. Y'all saw the whole thing, and I don't care no more. In order to become a real state senate, you have to tell the people what you've done wrong and how you recovered from it. I do know drugs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest. I'm on Suboxone, and I'm about to tell my doctor to get me off. I'm on the lowest dose. It's not doing nothing for me except make me drowsy. I'm about to tell them to wean me off of it. Now you see how dedicated I am to being drug free. The only thing that will be in my system ever is Motrin. All my doctors are astonished right now. They're like, she really told the people she was on Suboxone. Yes, I'm serious. I took 4 milligrams of Suboxone. I was out. I couldn't walk. I was throwing up. I'm on 2 milligrams, and all the people that's prior drug addicts know that doesn't do nothing for you. It does nothing. 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 And I don't need nothing to rebound me from using drugs. I'll rebound myself. I'm solid mentally with this crap. So once I get off of Suboxone, which is going to be 2 weeks from now, I'm going to see my nurse and I'm going to ask them for some more Motrin. I'm running out of Motrin. That'll be that. Now imagine being on 16 milligrams of Suboxone. That's what I used to be on when I was in Pennsylvania. And now I'm on 2 milligrams. And I just don't want to be on it no more. I don't want nobody dangling nothing over me. I'll find another. If I'm on gabapentin and Motrin, you can do it too, druggies. And that's it. I don't want to be distorted driving. or tired driving and feel like different. But I commend my doctor from Lakewood for putting me on. He did nothing wrong. I put that on God. He did nothing wrong. I begged to be on it. But now that I see what it's doing, I'm strong enough to be without it. And if I ever need it again, I will get it. If I ever crave, I will tell him I need to be on 2 milligrams again. But I don't crave no more. I haven't craved in years, even with being in jail, I never craved. But it's a mental factor when you see other people using Suboxone in jail. You're like, I want to use it. Just like when I saw my brother on cocaine. Now I don't have to watch nobody use Suboxone. I don't have to watch nobody do any drugs. I can just keep walking and don't have to see that on a regular basis. And that's why we need better influences. We need apps. So many apps that could be out here right now to save people lives. If you got money, you build those apps and talk about it on the news. And that's all I have to say. That is all I have to say, man. Seriously, man, it's not serious smoking weed. I'll tell you this: methamphetamine can be made 2 ways. Just like, I hate when that happens. Just like McDonald's food. We were talking about McDonald's food, me and Scott, and you think that it's what's in McDonald's food? French fries, potato, and salt. No, it's preservatives and other ingredients that hit your receptors. It's a non drug. It's a drug high, but it's a clean high. It's a dirty high, but you can't get in trouble for producing food highs, and that's what it does. So imagine what they put in meth, like put in your weed. That's like meth. They can make a chemistry base for meth that is legal enough and take a couple of chemicals out and place it in the weed. That could have happened to me too, but I was too aggressive, so I say methamphetamine played a role. So you better be aware of what you're smoking, and it gets cleared by the FDA. You think they not putting chemistry in to keep coming back? You keep coming back. And if I say leave it alone, you're gonna be like, no, you're not my maker. And that's what makes me right. Leave the weed alone. You say no, it's because you're addicted. And if you say you be addicted, it's not a good situation because you don't know what's in it. It's government controlled. It's government. Like I'll admit, I'll tell you this, and I promise you, I'll get off of here. I had enough weed for my life. I've been smoking since I've been 15 years old. The real stuff. I done did so much different weeds. Abominal fluid in weed, everything. Real, real gutter shit. And so I had Bio Jesus once the shops opened and I started really smoking legal weed. I had Bio Jesus. It was called Bio Jesus. And when that ran out and I moved to the west side of the United States, I had Alien Labs. I had Angel Dust. I had Angel Dust. I had anything that was a spiritual name, I would get it. Y'all should pick that up. Alien Labs was so good, but it was baklava, and they had different names for it. It was beautiful, but I'm not addicted to it no more. If I was even telling the lawyers, hey, can I use weed when I get out once I'm on probation? And actually, a paper said I could, but since I'm in VA court, I can't. But I don't think I want to go down that road. I am not trying to go down that road no more. It makes me aggressive. I see the difference. I know I change. So yeah, I'm staying clean, y'all. I done did enough drugs out of my life and I'm done. Enough. I don't care if I'm stressed out. We'll work through it. Put it down, y'all. They're making bukus of money experimenting with your body. Unless you have an emergency situation that you need it, put it down. Everybody gonna say, "Well, I'll have an emergency situation." No, there's people that have their back broken, that walks obviously, that can that don't use it, that only take Motrin. They're very strict. Just remember what you're putting in your body. You don't even know half the chemicals that you just see the abbreviations, and it keeps you coming back. Remember that. There's chemicals even on that sticky thing that they're not showing you. The only thing I would ever take is CBD. I almost got in trouble. I'll admit to the courts. It had hemp in it. I don't know if I could take hemp. I don't know if hemp shows up as THC, but I seen something big as day that said CBD drink. And in California, they sell CBD drinks in alcoholic stores without the alcohol or the hemp. And they asked me for my ID. I'm like, why? And she's like, well, because it has hemp in it. And I'm like, oh no, I'm on probation. I don't need that crap. You can take it away. That's how strong I am. I'm not trying to sip something and be like, oh, I forgot. I'm not wasting a court system or my time. Good night, y'all. And thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Thank you for being with me to the end. And I appreciate you guys. And I hope you seen the happy stories. I'm going to write another book in the lowest stories. But I know that I'm meant to run for state senator because I know that I've been in the hood. I've been to the beautiful areas where it's $100 million houses in the neighborhood I used to stay in, and I've been to the lower class neighborhoods where there's piss and crap out on the street. I know what this city needs. I ran statistics. Imagine me looking at statistics a little bit deeper. That took me 5 minutes to learn all that about what's going on in Seattle. I told myself I want to go to the hood, but I want the hood to come to me. If I see somebody from the hood, from the VA, then I'll speak to them. But I'm not driving my brand new car in the hood so they can jack me in my car. I'm not stupid. It's a dog eat dog world. And I hate that I have to dismiss that. I don't live in the hood. I don't want to go there. I hate the fact that people are there that's innocent, and just keep trucking, man. If I can do it, nieces, so can you. If I can do it, so can you, man. Don't be a victim to society. Break the chain. Rainisha, Raquel, Nadia, Alexis, break the chain. I'm gonna inspire one day. People don't live past 90 or 100. Nobody lived past 106. You're going to be in your 40s or 50s when I'm gone. So break the chain. Like Melvin told me, it's a game. Don't do fucked up shit. Help somebody no matter if they like you or not. You're not doing this for them. You're doing it to help this world. Be somebody. Don't be a fuck up, man. Or a bully. I hate bullies. Y'all take care. Be safe. We got a wonderful night ahead of us. I gotta hurry up. I gotta hurry up. I didn't even get on TikTok, you guys. I did my homework and everything. Y'all take care, man.